Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Olympus linear pendant. This is the 13-1608. It's also matching sconces, wall sconces that go with this, as well as a vertical pendant that would go over like a kitchen island, and a semi-flush. Check them all out. They are all quite beautiful. Okay, let's get into the size of the fixture itself. Independent of the rod that's going to be hanging from, we call that the fixture body, 13.9 inches tall, and that's going to be almost 14 inches, and then left to right is coming in at 49.1, so this is a good size fixture. The depth on it is coming in at 11.3. Overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself, is going to give you a range using these pipes that screw together. We'll get into this in a sec. And it's going to give you as short as 18.8 and as long as 54.8. However, this is going to ship with 120 inches of wire. So I can get you down pretty far from the ceiling if we need to by just ordering some extra pipes. The best thing to do would be, if you need to go beyond that 54.8, drop me a quick email, say I need it to be 72 inches overall height or whatever, and then we'll figure out which pipes you need. I want to show you a lot of information about how we go about. More on that is to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations, instructions, PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list of all the parts that come with it. It's going to show you how to put it together, which is pretty easy. But there's also going to be a chart on that page, and the chart is going to show you which combinations of which pipes you're going to use to get to the overall heights that are listed on that chart. Chart's also on the regular page for this on Handmade in Vermont, so you can see that too. But like I said, if you need to go blast beyond that 54.8, we can do that too. If you've got to go really, really far down, we also do customs, and you can just email us about that too. Slope ceiling adaptable, one way along the slope and not down the slope, very important. If you are using this on a slope ceiling, email me pictures of what you have going on, and I can walk you through all that too. Let's talk about this whole idea with the pipes. So you're going to be getting quite a few pipes here. You're going to be getting 6 of the 12s, 2 of the 3s, 2 of the 6s, and a bunch of little connectors that go with them. And basically how we put this together is, well, you put a blanket like on a table, put a blanket down so you don't scratch anything. You're going to take the fixture body, the part that has the wires coming out, and you're not going to put your glass on till the very end after it's up, but you're going to lay that fixture body down on that blanket, and then you're going to take the pipes and you're just going to put them through these parts one by one. So you're going to go through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe. Eventually you're going to be exiting the canopy up in the ceiling, and then you're just going to screw them together. So it's super fast, super easy. You just screw together like this, and all of a sudden it's done. Boom. And it's a nice clean look. You barely even notice there's a seam there. Canopy up on that ceiling, that's going to be on going over your standard 4-inch junction box. And again, you'll be able to see information about this on those install sheets. So you're going to be able to see the inside of that canopy and how it attaches there. This is only 17.6 pounds. It's very light. That includes the glass too, so you don't have to worry about any kind of height restriction or weight restriction, sorry. Now, why don't we talk about sockets on this, because I think that's going to be pretty important for you. So you're going to have these glass globes. They're opaque. They're called opal. I'll talk more about opal glass in a little bit. But they're going to be different sizes, along with these forged rings. So that's your whole Olympus story. You're going to be using 5 of these G9 sockets. And G9 sockets take G9 bulbs. Let's grab one here. They just push right in. It's pretty easy. Sometimes they have wires on the end, and sometimes they have tabs on the end like this guy. You're going to be able to still do halogens if you guys want to. You can do 60-watt halogens in each of these globes. That's a halogen bulb right there, a little guy. But a lot of you are going to want to do LEDs, and there's lots of LEDs that will work in this. And you can get them all over the place. We generally get them on Amazon just because it's a bit easier. But as far as what you can put into this, I have found LEDs quite like this one, but a little longer, on Amazon. That's 100-watt equivalent. In the color temperature I like, we use it in our showroom all the time. Dimmable, all good things. So how many you got? 5? You could get the equivalent of 500 watts of light out of this if you need to. I don't think many people do need to do that, but it's there if you need it. And these will be available in all kinds of different ways. So like I said, up to 100-watt equivalent out there, lots of 60s and 40-watt equivalents. The color of the light coming out of these things are going to be offered to you in different ways. 2700 Kelvin is super yellow, like a setting sun. They're going to offer these bulbs to you in something called daylight. be careful about that because that's going to be a bluish white light, kind of like an overcast day or like a convenience store. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is called warm white or soft white. That's 3,000 Kelvin. It's a light coming down on my hands right now from these 3,000 Kelvin LEDs above us. So my pick on this would probably be maybe a 60 watt equivalent, 75 watt equivalent at the max. I think 60 watt equivalent bulbs would be fine. 3,000 Kelvin, dimmable fixture, so just make sure you guys buy dimmable bulbs. There you go. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.